This feels kind of weird. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanasia Murphy and I have been gone for quite some time. Yeah, I think it's been about 6 months since I've posted a video, and honestly this feels a little bit awkward because I literally haven't done this in so long. But here I am. It is 2023. Happy New Year, and I'm ready to start fresh. But before we get into talking about my goals for 2023, let's fast forward or rewind and do a recap of where I've been the last however long. So I have just been here in China. Nothing really has happened or changed in the last 6 months, or I really don't know how long it's been, but however long it's been, nothing really has changed on my day-to-day. I'm still teaching grade 4 at the same school in Beijing. They closed things down for a while and then we went online. So we have been online since November around Thanksgiving time, and now it is January 11th and we are still online. So that hasn't changed, but a lot has changed within the last few months. So really within the last few weeks, actually. So if you have been watching the news or keeping up with how things are going in China, you may know that China has opened up again. Not fully, but enough to where we are allowed to leave. This should be our last week teaching online for the rest of the year. I really hope. And it's really exciting. Kind of ironic because we are planning to leave at the end of the school year. I don't know if I've said this on my channel yet, but we are leaving in June to go back to the US. But we got blessed that they opened up just in time for us to take a trip over the Chinese New Year holiday, which is coming up in a little bit. That's pretty much where I've been. Oh yeah, TikTok. I have been killing it on TikTok, I'm not even gonna lie. And so I think that's why YouTube kind of took a back seat, because my TikTok kind of randomly started to blow up towards the end of the summer, and I have just been really putting a lot of my time and effort into that. So I will leave my TikTok handle on the screen and you can go follow me. I do day in the lives and other random things, and I am going to continue to try to work on that while also incorporating YouTube as well. All right, so now that we're all caught up, let's talk about 2023. Every year at the top of the year, I like to think of a word. You probably have heard of everybody and their mother doing this, but I also do the same thing. And so I was thinking really hard and there was a word that kept coming up. I kept hearing it, I kept seeing it, and so I figured this is a sign, and my word of the year is intentional, or intentionality, or being intentional. I don't really know what the proper word is, but basically being intentional is what my plan and my main goal and focus of 2023 is. So with being intentional, I want to be very specific about my goals and my plans for the year. So a really good way to put that onto paper, or I guess you could say computer screen in this case, is making a vision board. So I love to make vision boards, and you know, back in the day you used to get a magazine and cut out photos and glue it all down, but we are in 2023, so what better thing to use but the lovely World Wide Web and our computers. So I actually use Canva, and I use that to make my vision boards, and then I go onto Pinterest and find, like, search different things and find photos that I want to include in my vision board. Before actually doing the vision board, I do like to reflect and use some like journal prompts and things to kind of reflect on the year before, and also to think ahead and think about what I want or what I envision for myself for the year. And that helps me figure out what to search on Pinterest. So some of the things that I really want to focus on is, you know, just moving my body more, taking care of my body, putting good things in, and things like that. I also want to focus on saving. We have been saving because of course we're moving back home. So we've been saving a lot. Also travel, now that that's on the table, we want to get as much travel as we can out of these next 6 months that we are still over here in Asia, and just random things like that. So I did a lot of journaling and reflecting to figure out what to put on my vision board. And so I created it in Canva, and I actually planned to do it with my friend, but we met up for dinner and just talked the whole time. So I did it on my own, and then we shared notes a little bit later. So I will put my vision board on the screen, and this is also subject to change. I don't think it'll change that much, but I do plan on tweaking it maybe a little bit more throughout the next coming weeks. My goal is to have it like fully ready by the end of January so that I can be set for the rest of the year. As for some very specific goals that I have that I thought I would share, and these specific goals are based on numbers. So I do think it's important to, when you set goals, to make them goals that have some sort of end point. So you know when you reach that goal. So it's not just like, oh, I want to be healthier this year. You could say, I want to eat at home 4 times out of the week and only eat out 3 times a week. So putting a number to your goal makes it easier for you to accomplish and less likely for you to quit or not stick to it as much as you want. One of the specific goals that I have are to read 50 books this year. So that is about 1 book a week. And it's actually funny because for some reason when I made this goal, I was like, oh, that's only 2 books a month. No, that is 1 book a week with 2 weeks where I can slack off. So I am already behind in doing that. And I really do want 20 of those books, at least 20 of those books, to be some sort of like self-help, self-improvement type books. So the first self-help book that I've been reading this year is the Atomic Habits book. And I've actually had this book for a while. I started reading it and then I stopped for some reason, but now I've been reading it every single day, and I actually need to pick up the pace so that I can move on and read more books. I have a lot of specific goals this year related to social media, and specifically TikTok, because again, like I said, I've been really consistent over there and really putting in the work. And right now I think I have like 14.4 thousand followers on TikTok, which is amazing, but I do want to grow to at least 50,000 followers on TikTok by the end of the year. I do think that if I continue to, be consistent and post a lot, that can definitely happen. On YouTube, me and YouTube have a love-hate relationship. I have been so inconsistent from day one, and I'm just gonna say that. I've said it before, I'll say it again, but this year I really want to change that. And I want to grow my YouTube channel to 5,000 followers or subscribers by the end of the year. And that is over 4,000 subscribers just this year. So that is a pretty hefty goal, but I do think that if I stay consistent, that can definitely happen. Speaking of being consistent, my goal for YouTube right now is to post 1 time a week, which is not a lot, but I do think that setting that goal of 1 time a week is enough for right now, to where if I set a goal for like 4 times a week or 2 times a week and I don't meet it, I am the type of person where if I don't meet my goal, then I'm like, oh, I'm kind of giving up, and I don't continue to try again in the next weeks. So I think 1 time a week, every Sunday, is a really good goal to have to upload a YouTube video. And then of course, if there's anything that I want to do additional to that, that could always happen. But for now, my goal is 1 time a week, every Sunday, starting right now, this Sunday, so y'all can hold me accountable. And if I haven't posted, you can leave me a comment and say, girl, where are you? Don't forget about your goals. So looking ahead this year, there are a lot of things, a lot of big changes that are going to be happening. As I said, we are leaving China in June, the very end of June, and we're moving back to the US. And so that whole process is going to be a lot of work. Packing, shipping things home, actually getting back home, and then adjusting once we get back to the US. I'm anticipating that we experience some sort of reverse culture shock, because by the time we get back, it will have been about 2.5 years that we have been gone with no visiting or anything like that. So that'll be very interesting. Seeing our family and friends after this long will be just the best feeling ever, but also really interesting, really emotional for me anyways. There's a lot that's coming up, and I'm really excited for it, and I thought it would be great to document that journey. I was very consistent at the beginning of our China journey with uploading YouTube videos, and now that we're coming to an end, I thought it might be interesting to see the other side of things as we get ready to head home. Speaking of China opening up and traveling, in 2 days, we are leaving to go on a 3-week trip. It's a little bit less than 3 weeks, and it is going to be amazing, and I do plan on vlogging it all. Obviously, I do want to be in the moment, so I won't be vlogging every little thing, but I do plan to do some travel vlogs, some, you know, videos like that to kind of show what we've done. But we are going to Vietnam, Thailand, and then we're spending 1 week in Bali and like 1 day in Hong Kong. I am so excited. This is like a dream come true to be able to go to these places before we leave. I never thought we would get the chance to do it, so we are taking full advantage of the holiday coming up and the fact that we are allowed to travel. It was pretty pricey because, like I said, things just opened up, and so flights and things were a lot, like crazy. But to me, it's okay because this is probably around the amount that we would have spent, but over several years versus just 3 weeks. And it's going to be a very busy trip, very fun. We're like trying to smash everything in that we can before we leave. So yeah, I do plan on documenting that, and that will probably come in like multiple parts. I'm imagining that I will do a Vietnam vlog, a Thailand vlog, and then a Bali vlog. And so those will be the next 3 videos after this one. There is about one more place that we want to go see in China. We want to go see the Avatar Mountains because we did see Avatar, and before we wanted to go there as well, Zhangjiajie, I think is how you say it, and we wanted to go, but ever since we've seen Avatar, we really want to go, so we do want to do that. And then we have a long weekend in April that I'm thinking about trying to go to South Korea, so we might go to South Korea for that long weekend, and then that's it, because like I said, we are trying to save money as well. That's that. I'm really excited for this upcoming year. I think it's going to be a great year. So ready to move back home, and really excited that we get to travel before we do, and I'm excited to bring you guys along with me. Like I said, 1 video a week for now, and then hopefully later on I can up that, but for right now I'm just committing to 1. If you want to follow along with me on a more daily basis, you can go to my Instagram where I post stories, or you can go to my TikTok where I post TikToks. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for sticking around and being patient with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.